Welcome to each and every one of you. Welcome to today's weekly training roundtable. Welcome to your Business Miracles community, and welcome to this important element of your highly sensitive leadership training program. We are here today to focus on the topic of using hope to take aligned action. Use hope to take aligned action. Take a moment to write that down if you haven't already. According to the book, Building the Life You Want by Oprah Winfrey and Arthur Brooks, one of the worst emotional maladies that befall any of us is pessimism. The book states we all know the Eeyore types who always assume the worst will befall them. It's often not fun to be around them, and they tend to isolate themselves to add insult to injury. Pessimism isn't only an unhelpful view of the world. Researchers have found that it also tends to cause avoidance and passive behavior in the face of challenges. So if you befall prey to pessimism, you literally become less proactive, and you probably aren't even right about your judgment of the problem. So, according to the book, what's the opposite emotion here that we need to beef up to block our pessimism receptors? It would be easy to say, well, that's obvious, that's optimism. But according to research, that's not quite right. Optimism is the belief that things will turn out all right. Hope makes no such assumption, but it's a conviction that one can act to make things better in some way. Let's write that down. Hope is a conviction that one can act to make things better in some way. Also, according to the book, hope and optimism can go together, but they don't have to. You can be a hopeless optimist who feels personally helpless, but believes that everything will turn out all right. You can also be a hopeful pessimist who makes negative predictions about the future, but has confidence that you can improve things in your life and in the lives of others. Hope involves personal agency. Let's write that down. Hope involves personal agency, meaning it gives you a sense of power and motivation. In one study, researchers defining hope as having the will and finding the way found that high hope employees are 28% more likely to be successful at work and 44% more likely to enjoy good health and overall well-being. A multi-year study of students from 2 universities in the United Kingdom found that hope measured in response to self-rated measures, such as I energetically pursue my goals, predicted academic achievement better than intelligence, better than personality, or even better than prior achievements. Let's take a breath in and let it out. According to Psychology Today, when stresses or stressors input overwhelm your nervous system, your body will go into flight or fight or fawn physiology output. And for us as HSPs in business and leadership, that equals our coping mechanisms of pushing, hiding, or combo-plattering. Yet also, according to Psychology Today, you have choices regarding what you input into your nervous system. Any threatening thoughts or concepts will cause your body to go into fight or flight or fawn, pushing, hiding, combo-plattering. Not just the actual experience of a potentially stressful situation, such as being visible in your marketing, having a selling conversation, or any difficult conversation, or any other business or leadership stressors. But the thoughts and stories we tell ourselves before going into these situations. So again, not just the actual experience of a potentially stressful situation, but the thoughts and stories we tell ourselves before going into these situations. So, as HSPs in business and leadership, how do we change these thoughts and stories? Number one, energy management tools. Write it down. The whole intent of energy management tools for us is to pre-pave, to be proactive before a potential stressor, to activate choice before the nervous system kicks in to auto response. Please write that down. To activate choice before the nervous system kicks into auto response. How do you identify your stressors before they've happened? Unlearn statement. Your unlearn statement for 2024 is your X marks the spot. Your unlearn statement will lead you to a deeper, proactive understanding and eventual knowing regarding where you tend to be triggered into stress most often. From there, be willing to track when you still find yourself pushing, hiding, or combo-plattering. Meaning, even with the best intentions, even with the most consistent core practices, using energy management tools proactively, we are HSPs in business and leadership. We are still going to have those moments where suddenly we catch ourselves pushing, hiding, combo-plattering. In that moment, rather than beating up on oneself, tossing you further into the coping cycle, use that moment of awareness to catch the moment, turn to inquiry. And not only inquiry of the moment, but inquire into 3 steps back. Write that down. Inquire into 3 steps back. Not what happened right before being thrown into pushing, hiding, or combo-plattering, and not even what happened just right before, but before that. Track 3 steps back, giving you a deeper insight into the trigger of that moment that 3 steps later you found yourself pushing, hiding, or combo-plattering. With that awareness, we go back to energy management with a deeper understanding. Oh, this is what happened. Okay, now I am able to make a different choice and take a different action using energy management to be proactive before any similar situation. Once you begin to more clearly identify your coping mechanism triggers, then turn to your joy in actions. Turn to your joy in actions to support you in being able to make a different choice, take a different action. So energy management tools plus joy in actions equals hope. Let's write that down. Energy management tools plus joy in actions equals hope. Now, What's so interesting about the ego mind is that the ego mind will take all this in and then say, ugh, that seems like a lot of work. That's going to take a lot of time. That could be like 10 minutes. Ugh, who has 10 minutes to manage my energy and look at my joy and actions and then be in hope, says ego mind / Eeyore. Eeyore. So why bother? Well, because you'll be happier, you'll be healthier, and you'll also be wealthier because you will have clearer access to your HSP strengths. You'll raise the probability of taking action as a demonstration of hope. So that means you're then using your 4Q intuitive plan, weekly update and focus, which then means you're moving toward meeting your 90-day benchmark goals, which then means you're taking step by step to be on track with creating your 12-month goal. What? You can get stuck, mired in old familiar thought patterns, HSP nervous system shadow responses, and coping mechanism experiences. The choice is always literally yours. Let's take a breath in and let it out.